Hello all. I hope that you're doing well. This weekend I posted my feelings about the current racial tensions occurring around the country right now. And I think many of my friends felt the pain and anguish that I was feeling through the words that I wrote in my Facebook post. And to those friends, I thank you and I appreciate you for your empathetic responses and for amplifying my voice to your circles of friends. And for demonstrating that there truly are white Americans who stand with us in solidarity versus just talking the talk. To be honest with you, it was very cathartic for me to pen that statement. And yet I feel that there's so much more that I need to express. I wanted to attend the protest this weekend, but with COVID-19 and my pre-existing conditions, I felt it more prudent to stay in. So I created this video. Now I want to be upfront. I'm going to be very direct and brutally honest. And I'm going to say some things that are going to make some of my white friends uncomfortable. But I hope that you stay with me. And trust me, it won't be nearly as uncomfortable as what George Floyd went through. There's a lot to say, and so I'm planning to break this up into smaller videos, so hopefully you can digest it. I want you to really take in what I'm saying. And as I speak, take this as a moment of introspection and ask yourself, am I guilty of some of the things that Ray is saying? What more can I do to help heal this racial divide? To avoid rambling, I've decided to jot down some notes, so if you see my eyes wander, it's because I'm referring to my notes. I also felt that my expression may be heard and understood easier if I created this video. So here we are. Making a video of this nature is very uncharacteristic for me, as I tend to suppress my feelings when it comes to racial relations. I've always self-censored when it came to matters of race because I didn't want to come off as embodying the stereotype of the angry black man who's always looking for opportunities to play the race card. And for the sake of my career, primarily, I adopted this policy of finding a reason, any reason, to make it not about race. I needed to fit in to the corporate culture. I wanted people to see me as Ray, a business leader, a team player, a brilliant marketer, not as Ray, the black man, the articulate one, the exception to the expectation of black men. I wanted to allow my white counterparts in corporate America who don't see color the space to not feel threatened if I spoke about race in America and my experience. I'm sure there are plenty of African Americans out there who are in similar positions and have comported their behavior in similar fashions. But after the recent events, I can no longer continue with that policy. Because today was George. Yesterday it was Tamir, Sandra, Orlando, Laquan, Trayvon, Ahmaud, and countless others. And tomorrow it could be me. And before my voice is silenced, I want to share with you, my white friends, what it's like to be me in America. often see people like me on the news, oftentimes those stories are tragic, depressing. And although you may feel empathetic, it may be difficult for some of you to understand and really embrace the struggle that is the Black experience in America. And to some, because you know me and because of the successes I've been blessed to achieve, you may be under the impression that racial discrimination and bias are no longer factors for me. I'm here to tell you that is not the case. Yes, I live in an upper middle class, predominantly white neighborhood where my neighbors are extremely caring. Yes, I work in a director level position at a company that truly values me for my contributions. But as I leave my home and I travel to the job that I love, I am constantly reminded of my Blackness and how this country views me. From the passing cars on the highway proudly displaying their Confederate flags, to the gentlemen wearing MAGA hats at the local gas station where I go to fill my tank, I'm constantly reminded that there are those who want to incarcerate, segregate, dismantle, diminish, and yes, kill me because of the color of my skin. So for those of my white friends who are questioning, how did this racial divide get so big? How did we get here as a country? Or question, what is it like for me as an African American? Or what can you do as a white American to help? I wanted to address 4 things in this video. First, I'm going to share, for really the first time publicly, my personal experiences with race and why I support the peaceful protests. I'm going to provide some important context about why Black America is upset and why you should be too. I want to correct some egregious mischaracterizations and misappropriations of the words of Martin Luther King. And I want to share what I think you, as a white ally, can do to help break this vicious cycle. So, let's get started.